Hey everybody, this is Sean V. Bradley. I'm live streaming from my hotel room in Dallas. As I shared earlier today that, me and Karen flew from Philadelphia today to Dallas, Texas, because tomorrow our boys, the Eagles, are going to be smashing the Cowboys in their own house. What's up, Jeff Clark? So check this out, everybody. I was actually just in the hotel room reading through. Hey, Armando. I was reading through and I saw here that there was one of our new members was kind of struggling, and I could see the frustrations. Let me find the post. So there we go. I'm going live. Here it is. Look at this. So anyone sell Kias in the group? Shit has been no business. I have 3 out. That's not me. Okay, so again, this is what's in the group. And, I just said the other day that we have our new mentorship program. So I'm going to do a mentorship right now for the entire group. I'm going to show you all here how you could increase your volume and gross by 50%. No exaggeration. Let me just share a quick story with you. First and foremost, actually before the story, I want to give you some stats. The average sales consultant in the United States only sells 9.6 cars, okay? 9.6, so that's under 10 units. The problem with that is that it's absurd, that I don't care where you're at, what part of the country, what franchise, in 2018, 2019, there's no reason whatsoever that you should be like this poor guy here in our group that has 1 car out for the month already. I mean, with 25% of the month being gone. When I was selling cars, I used to average 30, 33 was my top month. There's people in this group right now, Frank Crenity, that averages over 100 units a month. Ali Rada, 130 units a month. He just got vindicated. He broke the record for, the world's most car sales. So how do you do it? Well, it's really simple. I'm going to show you a quick formula here. Now, folks, this is how I do this, okay? You don't have to use software at all. This is just for me to explain the concept. I believe in like a vision board. Dr. Covey says from the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, things need to be created twice. First mentally and then physically, okay? First mentally and then physically. And yes, I'm gonna tell you right now, before I go on any further, I'm gonna give you some fire stuff here. And if I don't give you some shit that's gonna blow your mind, you could roast me later, but I wanna see likes, I wanna see, comments here, ask me questions. The more traction you give me, that's like my fuel to give you this fire, these secret tips. So if you want it, just, show me that you want it. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so now watch. Dr. Covey says that things need to be first created mentally and then physically. So for a sales consultant or for even the GSM, I want you to really begin with what do you want? Not how many units, like what do you want to buy? Just humor me for this. There's a movie called The Secret, The Laws of Attraction Manifestation. So yes, I actually have my clients create a vision board, whether you use it on, software or you use it you cut stuff out of a book or magazine. Next, you ready for this? Okay, whoops, hold on right here. So what I want you to be able to do is, I'm trying to get to here, sorry guys. There you go. Here's what's important. You ready? I want you to turn around and go through your financials. If you're on the showroom floor, okay, I want you to go through your fixed costs. I want you to go through your situational costs. I want you to go through your living costs. And I want you to go through your incidentals. This is like your monthly nut. How much money do you need and want to make? Okay, so how much money do you need to make is first. Again, how much money you need to make based on what is your fixed cost. You guys could do this all in Excel spreadsheet. All right, what is your situational cost and what is your living cost and what are your incidentals? So let's say, for example, your monthly nut is about, $6 grand. If you want to make $6 grand, great. Okay, how are you going to do that? But before you figure that out is, well, what about all the other stuff? What about marketing, advertising? The gentleman that says that he only has 1 car out right now. So I would predict that this gentleman right here in our group that made this post, hold on, let me go back to here. Okay. So just so you guys, this is important right here. So I want to talk to him directly. There it is. So this is from Eddie. So Eddie, if you're watching this, or somebody tag Eddie please in this while I'm talking. So this is really for him and for all you guys. Okay, so Eddie, I would doubt that Eddie has his own website. I would doubt that Eddie turns around. I would doubt that Eddie has his own website. He's doing his own marketing and advertising. He's doing Facebook paid ads. He's marketplace. He's doing PPC. He's doing retargeting. He's doing SEO. He's doing video optimization. I doubt that he's driving traffic there. So again, remember this. What I'm saying is, if you need $6,000, great. Okay, that's your monthly nut. But what about above that? You know, we keep business, man. Everybody says that car sales is like your own business, but the problem is we don't ever turn around and treat it like it's our own business. I mean, if a dealership has to turn around, let's just say Kia, right? Let's say he works at ABC Kia. Kia manufacturer has their own website, their own SEO, their own digital, their own social media and video and all this other stuff. So then why would the individual dealership, have to have the same thing? Because they're not Kia. They're a franchise of Kia. That's like Kia manufacturer saying to each dealership, listen, treat this like it's your own business. And that's what dealer principals and GMs do. They treat their dealership like what it really is, their own business. But we tell salespeople that, but they don't do that on the showroom floor. They say they do and they act like they do. They want to be a baller. They want to be a shot caller. You know what I mean? But most people, don't really, get it that way. Here's why. Again, let's go through the formula because there's more of you on. First step is to begin with the end result in mind. How much money you need and want to make. Let's say that number is roughly, $6,000 you need. And let's just say it is another $2,000 that you want extra for marketing advertising. So guys, I told you, look at the description here. If you want me to give you this, keep giving me this stuff. You gotta feed meter. Give me turn around some love. Give me some comments. Give me some likes. Give me some hearts. Give me some of that stuff. If you see value in what I'm saying. So now watch. If you need and want to make $8,000, okay, right? $6,000 is you need, want is 2. So if you need and want to make $8,000, you've got to factor in what's called your tax liability. So if you turn around and figure that out, I'm just going to say approximately it's $12,000. So again, if you need and want to make $8,000, you've got to gross $12,000 because your tax liability. So the question, what's up, Bill Snowfer? So the question right here, Frank, this is dope right here. Frank, watch this. Frank is a 100-car guy, right? Frank Crinity's right now. He just made the eyeball comment right there. He's a 100-car guy and he sees value in this. Melvin is a manager. He sees value in this. Watch this. So the answer is, if I need and want to make $8,000, how am I going to do it? So if you look at this here, I called this formula ACPC. That means your average compensation per copy. Your average compensation per copy. So watch me reverse engineer this. So if I need and want to make $8,000, I've got to gross $12,000. Well, how am I going to gross $12,000? Well, it's simple. I need to identify how much money I make legally at the dealership, last month, last quarter, last year. How? By looking at, some people have, salary because they're one price shops, right? Frank, do your comment, brother. He had me dying when he did this. Okay, the next thing is, you got to identify, let's just say for last month, how much money did you make in commissions? How much money did you make in bonuses? But don't forget, how much money did you make in OEM spins? Hey, Glenn Lundy. I got a lot of rock stars in here. Much respect. How much money did you make in OEM spins and other? So let's just put this in perspective for the people that just joined. Again, if I need and want to make $8,000, I've got to turn around and gross $12,000 because of my tax liability, okay? So if I'm going to gross $12,000 because of my tax liability, how am I going to do that? It's predicated upon one variable only. What is your average compensation per copy? I call ACPC. So for example, once I calculate how much money I had in salary, if I have any commissions, bonuses, spins, whatever, if I add it all up, I divide it by how many cars I sold last month, last quarter, last year, and that would my ACPC. So for example, let's go through this again, people. If I need and want to make $8,000, I've got to gross $12,000 because of my tax liability. So if my ACPC is $500 per car, I've got to sell what? Only 24 cars. But if my ACPC is, $400 per copy, I've got to sell 30 cars. Okay, and $400 is national average for non-highline. Now watch this. So I'm showing you this. I'm actually showing you more than what I was going to do here. So check this out. This is what I call the money mind map. And again, you guys don't need this. You can do this on Excel. This is sexy as hell, but let me just blow this out of here real quick and I'm going to explain. Okay, and I'm doing this by holding this here. So wait a second. So I use this to kind of illustrate my point when I train salespeople and I train sales managers. Okay, and I know that there's some really strong consultants like, Glenn Lundy. He was a former general manager of Dan Cummins Chevrolet and what have you. So watch. Okay, so let's go through this, folks. Let's say I need to gross 12 grand because I want to net 8 grand, okay? And I want to sell 30 cars. Why? Okay, why? Oh, Josh, this is my own software I invented. It's called the Money Mind Map. And so let's say I need to gross 12 grand so I could net my 8. Okay, and so to do that, I need to sell 30 cars. Why? Because my average compensation per copy is $400. Guys, don't focus on your freaking commission. You know what I mean? Because that's just a distraction. The real number you want to figure out is all in. Your commissions, your bonuses, your spins. I don't care if they give you, spiffs like a $50 hat trick or whatever it is. And then you need to factor in how many actual working days. For example, in December, there is obviously 31 days in December, but there's only about 23 employee working days. But if you back out Christmas, there's 22 and so forth. So when you do the formula, but here's the part right here that I'm going to keep my word. Okay, there's 8 ways to sell an automobile. You've got walk-ins, service conversions, be-backs, phone ups, internet ups, previous customers. Also, previous customers are orphan owners, referrals, and the lost art of prospecting. Okay, guys, I told you, you got to feed the meter. If you want me to continue, this is some fire stuff. This is the money stuff right here. I need some likes, some hearts, some love. Leave some comments. Come on. Let's get that Facebook, algorithms going. So again, here's the big tip. You guys ready? NADA says that the average salesperson in a dealership only uses, thank you. The average dealership only uses about 2 or 3 of these ways. Folks, look at this. This is crazy. Okay, so if there's 8 ways to sell a car, walk-in spots, service conversions, be-backs, phone ups, internet ups, previous customers, orphan owners, referrals, and the lost art of prospecting, that's the reason why people are stuck on like small things, only doing like 8, 10, 15 cars. I got Frank Cranitti right here, right now. Frank, if you're still on here, just say true or false. Frank sells 100 cars a month and he doesn't even use all 8 ways. You know what I mean? Because, he's got a different model, but he was just at my workshop and he was like, holy crap, this is awesome. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even think of it like that. So if you're not training your mind on how to do this, you're going to be leaving a ton of money on the table. Let me tell you, for the managers, I've got a story right here. Okay. Okay. I just spoke at not too long ago. I think this is like a year ago or so. I was speaking at the #1 NADA FF01 420 group. And it was a 300 car store. 300 cars a month is pretty damn strong considering the average dealership only sells 96 cars. So this is a true story. So they had me there, and I always ask my 20 groups, if I say this, my magic statement is, do I have permission to speak freely? They're like, dude, of course. That's why we had you as our special guest. So I said, okay, here's my question. So for my managers now, I'm going to show you on a manager level. Watch this. This was like, whoosh, dramatic pause. So I said, okay, you sell 300 cars a month. How many salespeople? 27 salespeople. I'm like, wow, okay, 27 salespeople, okay. Question for you guys. How many cars did you deliver from phone and internet? He really proudly said, 111. And I'm like, wow, 111. You know what I said? I said, you suck. He said, what? I said, yes, you suck. He said, what? How could I suck? When I just told you to sell 300 cars. I said, let me explain something to you, brother. I said, first of all, the internet and phones are the new showroom. So you're upside down right now. Let me explain. If you back out 111 cars out of the 300, let's do some basic math. Okay, that's 189 divided by 27 salespeople. That means if you back out phone and internet ups, your 27 salespeople are only delivering 7 units apiece. Now look at this. Let me just put this in perspective. Let's turn around and just put right here phone. Whoops. If we do phone and we put 50 right here just for this, and we do 60 here, right? So this is if a GM was doing this. Watch this, and I'm press my little calculator. Look, 110. Do you see that? 110. Oh, it's supposed to be 111. My bad, but whatever. You know what I mean? So let's do 61. Okay, watch this. Okay, there you go. 111, right? So this is what they were doing, just phone internet. Then I said to him, I did this. I put this on the software. I said, can you do me a favor, Mr. GM? Can you look at this right here? Okay, so look at what you just said. You've got 300 car sales. Okay, you got 300 car sales, and you got 111 from these two little areas there, but you got 27 salespeople. 27 salespeople. It's like, what the hell are you doing? If you're only averaging 7 units a piece, 2019, you understand me? If you're only averaging 7 units a piece, if you back out phone and internet, you are significantly underutilizing your people. I said, let's keep it 100 right here. All right, you got your calculators out? Check this out. If you just turn around and leveraged these other 6 ways to sell a car, which would be crushing walk-ins, service conversions, which have, a high closing ratio. If you use, focus on B-backs, previous customers, orphan owners, data mining, equity mining, lease retention, referrals, and a lost art of prospecting, then what you're going to be able to do is at a modest, if you're only averaging 7 units a piece, if you back out phone and internet, can't we just turn around and net lift just two little units a piece? Do the math. 2 times 27 is what? 54 net units, right? That's 54 net units on the showroom side without spending $1. That's 54 net units, averaging 2 G's a copy. What is that math right there? Again, $108,000. I'm sorry, $108,000 a month. We're talking I'm talking about over $1 million net lift. Why? Because volume hides mediocrity. Do you understand me? Because if you don't have this formula right here, J.R. Gillespie, this is Sean V. Bradley's formula. This is my money mind map. This is what I've been using in my head. So this is my technology, but this is not about the software. I'm not trying to do an infomercial. I'm trying to teach you the strategy. Hit me up later on about that. I just want to teach right now. No timeshare, just teach. Okay, so if you think about it though, that's real talk, right or wrong. There's 6 other ways. Now, that's only if we did 2. What if we did 3? Oh my gosh, holy crap. We're now 75 units, right? Oh my gosh. We're talking about close to $1.6, $1.7 million net. Let me tell you what that is. That's like me, Beyonce, upgrading people. You feel me? Because that's how we do stuff right now. Because what's happening is that most people project and forecast like it's back in the day. You guys are looking for the wind and looking at the North Star like Christopher Columbus. Why aren't you using GPS? With precision, Google Earth, Google Maps. Why is your salespeople? Now, let me explain this to you. Here's what the crazy part is. You think that's good, but I want some love. I want likes. I want hearts. I want comments, right? Because you think that's good. Watch what's about to come. Come on. Not enough. I want more. Feed the meter. Feed the meter. There you go. I got one person feeding the meter. Come on, man. Gene Lopez. Gene, check this out. Gene was my general manager at Pine Belt. Gene, check this out. You missed this. This is pretty strong. So I created this money mind map right here. So the bottom line is this: the average salesperson only sells, roughly, about 9.6 units. The problem is that they're only utilizing only 2 out of the entire 8 ways to sell an automobile. Let me explain that. Okay, what you have here is, these are the 8 ways that a salesperson could sell a car. You've got walk-ins, service conversions, B-backs, phone ups, internet ups, previous customers, referrals, prospecting. Okay, and so if the average salesperson only uses 2 to 3 ways, that's why. Now watch this. You ready? So once you turn around and do this, let's go through this here. I'm gonna go. And you guys start throwing this in here. Frank is crying right now. I love it. I love you, Frank. So watch. Let's say walk-ins. If you're gonna turn around and do spots, I'm gonna be conservative. Watch. If I do five walk-in spots right here. If I could do, let's say 3 you know what? I'm gonna be conservative for people. Let's just say two freaking service conversions. B-backs. If I'm gonna do 4 B-backs in a month. Phone ups. Let's say I could do 5. Because remember, internet and phones are the new showroom. So I'm gonna do 5 here. This is conservative. Look, so far we're at 21. See that? Now watch this. Let's say previous customers, not just previous customers, orphan owners. That's 3 right there, right? Referrals. Okay, in my opinion, that should be about 3. And then let's just say prospects. I'm just making this up right here, right? Folks, look at this, okay? Look at what I'm about to show you. This is gonna hurt people's feelings, and I don't mean no disrespect. Okay, but watch this. Okay, you ready for this? I just showed you I just gave you the GPS precision, how to reverse engineer to 30 cars, 30 units. Now watch this. Okay, now look at this. Okay, it is 5, 2, 4, 5, 5, 3, 3, 3. Folks, the largest number on here is a freaking 5 in a month, in a month. in a month. Do you understand what I'm saying? So again, this is not intimidating. The problem is salespeople and sales managers, they don't do this. They turn around like, they give you some, no offense, I don't mean no disrespect, old school shit like, oh, the weather last year and the allocation. None of that matters. It's a formula, okay? So again, if you're not triggering on all 8 ways to sell, but here's the best part. You ready? Watch this. Once you turn around and reverse engineer here, the numbers, you begin with the end result in mind, it'll tell you how many people you need to talk to daily, weekly, monthly, per category. Let me explain this. That's what this is here. So once you turn around and say, look, I need or want to sell 30 cars, okay? And if you're selling 30, it could be 60, 70, 80, 100, 150. Frank, you see what I'm saying? Add a 0 to this for you. If you're already doing 100 cars a month, here's how you get to 130, 140, 150. And I love you, Ali, but this is how you can turn around and you're on Ali's ass. Competition, baby. Okay, as you reverse engineer. So now watch, once you turn around and begin with the end result in mind and figure out where you're gonna get your cars from, look at this. The math kicks in. Now you know how many people you need to talk to per day, per week, per month, per category. How many appointments you need to show per day, per week, per month, per category. How many demos you need to do per day, per week, per month, per category. How many spots you gotta do per day, per week, per month, per category. One more time, let me explain to you. If you want to turn around and sell 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 100 units, 150 units a month as a salesperson, you need to reverse engineer this. You need to have a plan with precision, not like hope. No disrespect, but hope is for the homeless. Do you understand me? If you want to be a tactical professional, you need a plan. If you're playing football, you have plans. You got a playbook. Here's my playbook. I got a plan. I want to sell 30 cars in December. If I want to sell 30 cars in December, first question is, okay, where am I getting my cars from? Well, Sean, I know that there's 8 ways that I could sell a car from. Walk-in spots, service conversions, B-backs, phone ups, internet ups, previous customers, referrals, and the lost art of prospecting. So I reverse engineer where I'm going to get them. And just by physically putting where I'm going to get my cars from, then it's going to tell me per day, per week, per month, how many people I need to talk to or up per category. How many appointments need to show, per day, per week, per month, per category. How many demos per day, per week, per month, per category. How many sales. Now, if you think that's fire, I see my stuff is blowing up here. Comments. Watch this. Managers, okay, if you're a dealer principal or general manager, you guys need to turn around and do this. Do you feel me? And the same way. Watch. If you want, let's say you're doing 200 cars a month or 220 or something like that. Watch this. I just add a 0 right here. And again, I'm just trying to show you this easily. Okay, so watch. Okay, watch what I'm doing. This is just an example. This is just math. You could do everything I'm showing you in an Excel spreadsheet. This is not a timeshare pitch. I'm giving you the strategy. So now watch. Okay, so when I go here, if I'm a desk manager, you see this? Now, this wouldn't be this though. This would change. So let's say, for example, follow my math here. Okay, if I want to make 600 grand, if I'm a desk manager at GM, I want to make $600,000. Okay, and you could make more gross. I'm just giving you an example. If I want to make $600,000, I need to sell 300 units. I got an imaginary 0 there. I need to sell 300 units. Okay, why? Because their $2,000 average gross per copy would be right here, and I got 23 employee working days. So how am I going to do it? It's really simple. I'm going to turn around, and to be able to sell my 300 cars, I'm going to have 50 spots. Deliveries this month. I'm gonna have 20 service conversions, 40 B-backs, 50 phone ups, 50 internet ups, 30 previous customers, 30 referrals, and 30, prospecting for my team. And again, that's every dealership, and every dealership has differences, meaning between strengths, weaknesses, technology, staff, skill, intent, details. Do you see what I'm saying? So again, this is how we do stuff. Yo, I'm telling you, I try to turn around and just focus on working, but I'm on some next level-ish, people. I've been doing this for 20 years. I've made literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars for my clients. You know what I mean? Again, just like I'm just telling you, again, it's crazy. I've already trained, I'm pushing like 45,000 automotive professionals I personally trained live. Okay, I'm not even talking about the hundreds of thousands. That's the hot wife. Yo, that's the reason I'm a closer. I sold her the dream, people. You know what I'm saying? She's still trying to cash that WEO. Anyway, so if you got any questions, people, just let me know. It's my pleasure to help out. And this is for my man over here that asked the question, okay? He asked the question right here. He said, what did he say right here? think it was Eddie, right? He turned around and said, whoop. Yeah, right here, my man Eddie. So Eddie was like, anyone sell Kias in the group? Shit, it's been no business. I have 3 out. That's not. Okay, so you got to understand, Frank Carnity. Frank, talk to this brother. Just jump on that thread and say, listen, man, Frank, if you're still there, how many cars you got out today? So, and it's just perspective. That's the thing you got to understand. Frank sells 100 units a month. He averages I think between 14 and 16 deliveries on a Saturday. I don't know how many that he sold, today. And so when this brother that's in our group, Eddie, turns around and it breaks my heart, it really hurts me that he's in this amazing industry that we're in, and he's got 3 cars out. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, I don't want anything. I'm just giving you how I train people. You know what I mean? This is what I do. Now, obviously, that's just the skeleton. If you go back to this, okay, yeah, Frank just turned around and, he sold 10 to, Frank, is it, you have 10 to 12 out for the month, or you have 10 or 12 out today? I'm sorry. Okay, good. So I think he might have 10 or 12 cars out today. And so my point being here is that there's always a better way to do things. You know what I mean? And Frank and Ali and people like them, have truly inspired me, because I thought today, holy crap, guys, this is what I'm saying. Eddie Rivera, much respect to you. You know what I'm saying? You got 3 cars out for the month. Frank has out today, 10 to 12 cars out he sold today. That's crazy. And so, you know what I mean? And he's not even doing everything that I'm doing. That's why me and Frank are working together now. And again, we're synergizing. We're forming Voltron. You know what I mean? So again, this is it. And this is why I love this industry and I love this group. It is a privilege to be part of the group, because I learn from every one of you guys. I truly do. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate all the love. And Susan, I want to just turn around and say, Susan, Andrea, and all of my moderators. I feel like there's too many people to name. We have a ton of moderators. Every one of you are special, because you're sitting here listening to me, talk on a Saturday. And by the way, I'm sitting here on a mini 3-day vacation, here, just trying to give back to you guys, because I'm sitting here and it bothered me that this man, in our group, is struggling. So it is my duty, it is my responsibility to turn around and try to help him and help everybody else. So God bless and look forward. Oh, Susan said, what's up?
Hey, Susan.
All right, take care, everybody.